frame, and our team is going to share individually. My first question, the saying is words tell, stories sell. What is a story or two that you tell at your shows that either encourage someone to purchase an item, book a show, join your team, relate to you? So mine is going to be the relate to you. I started my business to pay for college and have done so much more. I've traveled around the world with Pampered Chef, been able to provide insurance for others, and time to volunteer. So as I'm doing my show, you might just be thinking about all the different things you could be doing with a Pampered Chef business and how it would change your life. And my next is, what is your technique to sell items not shown in the catalog? It is called the wonderful Master Catalog here, which has the tabs on this. This has a number of different tabs, and you can choose your favorite products that you would want to share. And what you can do is, after you've done your recipe, you can go through, and while that's baking, use your Master Catalog to talk about the various products. But of course, you want to encourage your guests to participate, so you can ask the questions about what their favorite is on the pages that you turn to. And of course, you want to go to the front of the book and also use the host benefits and the recruiting pages too. Turn it over to Paula.
Okay, thank you. I'm Paula Brockner, and my question is, what are the key cornerstone products that you feel that you should talk about at every show? And I think, like most of us, all our shows have a little bit of a different twist depending on the products, the food that we're doing and the products. But what I really like to do is when I talk to someone and say, well, what product is it that you like? I always say, what page is that on? And that way everyone turns to the page. So I think if we are not teaching our teams to use this catalog, like Doris said, we're not really teaching them. And because every one of our guests really is helping sell the products. So we're just facilitating at the show. So when I will talk about maybe the food chopper and we say, well, what page is that on? Someone will find it, but what the cool thing is, I'll say, as long as we're on this page, let me just point out a few more things. So this way, that's how I incorporate a lot of products at my show, or does someone else see something on there? One of the best tips I get a lot of my bookings is I really, really stress page 34 and 35 because if we're making the chicken fajitas, and I'll say now, tonight we just used the fajitas, we did the chopper, we used the baker, and I want you to look at that square or look at any of those 5 squares. What's the dollar amount up here? And they'll come up with the dollar amount, which I think is who's got it? $151, and I'll say, now, so that all of you know, this would be a great package. You're saving a few dollars. Get this for $151. But Deb, our hostess tonight, she's able to get this at half price. What's half price of that? $76? Well, how much would the baker be alone for you? And they're going, $85. This really is an eye-opener. So I'll say, you know what? I really give you permission to get a show set up with me so that I can help you get one of these great combinations. So going back to my question is, I really use the catalog, ask people what page is it on, and then we move to that because then maybe there's another higher priced product that I can talk about as a result of that. And my other question that I wanted to speak about is, what commercial do you use or to get a booking? And I guess I like to say now, let's all look here. Did you all find at least $60 worth, $90, $100 worth of products that you would really like for hosting, that you would really like of your own? And of course they all say yes. And then I say, well, you know what? I know everyone can't afford it all at once. We really need to know where we're going. So what I want you all to do, and go ahead, humor me on this, I want all of you to turn to the person to the right or to the left and tell them that you'd love to come to their show. Everyone sits there for a second. I go ahead. And they'll go, I'll come to your show. I'll come to your show. And they all start laughing and giggling and having fun about it. And then I'll say, see, you guys, everybody really wants to go to another show. They just need to know where they're going. And so this is when you have to have your eagle eyes out, because there's some that'll go, I'll come to your show, and they say, well, I'll come to yours. Maybe we should both have one. You need to quickly be watching what the people are doing, because then you can key in on who you think you can really approach. And I would say, you know what, Nancy, I could see that a couple of those ladies, they really want to come to your show. And if they go, well, I don't know, I said, well, listen, I'm going to be there. So I hope you're there because we're all coming to your house for a party. So just make it fun. But that's kind of my commercials, being real and talking to talking to the crowd. Thank you.
Very good. Well, my questions are, first off, it says, share some of your booking and recruiting lines you use at your show. I'm going to do the recruiting lines, and I'm going to let the other group do the booking lines. First of all, I tell them, I started, at the beginning of the show, I started this business for Christmas money and stayed to put my kids through college, pay for weddings, and build my retirement. I've taken over 30 trips with the Pampered Chef. Watch what I do tonight. You'll see it's not rocket science. You'll see I'm not poly-perfect. I'm going to tell you 3 ways to obtain our products later on in the show. And then later on in the show, I give them the booking. I do the booking slide, and I let them know all the different things that the host can receive. I'm sorry. First, I tell them you can be a guest tonight and just order products at full price. The second way is to go through the booking slide and tell them all the ways that our host is going to receive, and then I also tell them to turn to the page in the catalog to see the different chart. I also think it's very important that you know what your average host earns. My average host earns over $257 in free product. So if this is something that perks you up a little bit, please, please do not hesitate to book a show, because I can do the same thing for you. I'll work closely with you. I'm going to do the same show we did tonight. Didn't we have fun? How many of you would like to go to another show, etc.? And then the third way is, why don't you get all the products? Come be on my team. And I'm going to, instead of me telling you all about my business, I'd like to play a game called Stealing Hearts. And I do the Stealing Hearts game with the 3 envelopes that Love Carpenter taught us to use. And that is working fabulous. It lets you tell all the things you need to about our business and really gets them interested, because people need money today. And also let people know that they can earn half of their unemployment before they have to pay anything back. I think that's very important, and that's half after expenses. Marie, what else did you want me to say?
You want to explain what the envelope is?
Oh, I'm sorry. The
For the
3
viewers.
Sure, for the viewers. Thank you. The 3 envelopes, you have envelope 1, envelope 2, and envelope 3 in a pretty envelope. And then what you do is in the first envelope you put 4 $100 play money, $100 bills. You can go to my website, and I believe that the word is believe, right? Okay. Anyway, the funny money is in there for you to just copy and download. And then the second envelope, I have 400 to 600 in the first envelope. In the second envelope, I have 1,200, and then in the third envelope, I have a $5,000 bill. And I talk to them about how if you do this one night a week, it's 4 to 5 hours a week, you'll earn $400 to $600 a month. How many of you could use that? What would you do with that? The whole explanation of the envelopes is on our website, so I don't want to take a lot of time doing that in detail, but it really perks people up when they see that instead of watching TV one night, they could go and put Johnny into the travel baseball team, or put some money away for whatever. And it really can change your life, and it really gives you a way to talk about our business easily and without feeling like you're pushy. Take the P in pushy and turn it into passion, and it'll work every time. Thank you.